Hello and welcome to another On Deck Baseball gameplay video. We're diving back into that CBA, the Continental Baseball Alliance, and we are finishing up a 3-game series between the Knights and the Gators. The Knights have taken the first 2 games of the series, so it's up to the Gators to try and salvage at least one win out of this series, as they are the leaders in the American Conference with a record of 29 and 21. The Knights are in second place with a record of 27 and 23, closing the gap thanks to this series. So if the Knights can win another one, they will close the gap even more to just 1 game behind the leaders in the league. Today on the mound, the Knights are looking to Rudy Yates to do that victory dance to try and get them closer to the Gators, and Antonio Rivas is on the mound for the Gators. If you could, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment below, helps these videos gain traction. With that, we're going to dive into a little bit of this CBA matchup. Antonio Rivas has a record of 5 and 2 with a 2.85 ERA, a 0.97 WHIP, and Rudy Yates has a record of 4 and 4 with a 1.92 ERA and a 0.89 WHIP. So a couple of great performances so far thus far in the season for these 2 pitchers. So this is going to be a great matchup. As far as the lineups go, the Knights, Gabriel has been back. However, he is not fully healthy, so he does take a hit on his fielding and his speed, so that's going to be a 2 speed now, and the fielding is a -1 out and right. But his arm is not affected, so he still has a rocket cannon out there, so probably won't see a lot of Gators advancing on him there. For the Gators, it looks like we are back to a normal lineup. We had a couple of substitutions in the first couple of games due to illnesses. We are not fully healthy, actually, now that I look at it. A big part of their lineup is missing this game, and that is Peter Lucas, and it looks like we are going to have Jose Gonzalez at second base, which is not his primary position, so we'll take that into consideration as we are playing through this game. That could hurt the infield defense for the Gators. Of course, Lucas is available after the 5th, should the Gators decide to bring him in. So with that, we're going to switch up these pitchers, and we're going to dive into this latest matchup, the final game of a 3-game series between the Knights and the Gators, a very important game for both of these teams, and we are going to switch these pitchers up and head on down to the ballpark for first pitch. I'm going to go ahead and put my pitcher ratings here. Rivas can go 4 innings. He is a righty and a 2-3. And Rudy Yates is a righty, can go 5 innings and a 3-4. So a big difference there is we're going to have to check the fatigue on Rivas after 4 full innings. Pretty good fatigue chart though. And then on Yates, we have to check him after 5 full innings. Not as good a fatigue chart, and that is due to the combination of stamina and endurance. So with that, we're going to have Tommy Alcova leading things off here. I'm going to move my statistics over here to the side, get my score sheets a little bit lower so I can take a look at the cards. So, Tommy Alcova, he is a .284 hitter so far on the year. He is a base stealer with 11 steals against just 4 caught stealings. He does have a home run, a triple, and 9 doubles. So doing pretty good on the offensive side, a .360 on-base percentage. All right, so first pitch to Alcova. We have a righty versus righty. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Alcova. See if you can get things started early here for the Knights. I'll be reading a blue die first. It is a 3-6, and that's going to be a pop-out. So Rivas jams him, and the pop-out is going to go to short. Millard McClure, as I mentioned in the previous 2 games, he was trade bait at the trade deadline, and the Knights ended up picking him up from the Phantoms, and he's done a stellar job for the Knights. He has 17 hits and 43 at-bats. That's good enough for a .395 average. He's batting .332 overall on the season. That is best in the league. So righty versus righty, it's going to be a +1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 5-8 is going to be a flyout. So Rivas gets him out. And it's going to be a flyout to right. And here comes George Gabriel. Gabriel, as I mentioned, has been injured this season. He did come back from an injury. He has 46 hits in 182 at-bats, so still has a lot of at-bats on the season. That's good enough for a .253 average. He does have 23 RBIs. It's going to be equal roll. That is a batter's card for Gabriel. Dangerous hitter. But a 1-4 is not going to do it. We're going to have a strikeout. That's going to be a third out. And we head over now to the Gators. And Shane Lowry is going to be leading off. He had the leadoff spot early on in the season. He lost it to Metcalf. But with Peter Lucas out for the game, Metcalf moves into the second slot and Lowry moves back up to the leadoff position. Lowry is just a .247 hitter. He has 9 stolen bases and 4 caught stealings. So, a righty versus righty, it's going to be -2 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 9-9, though, is a possible home run already for Lowry. It's a -5, though, against the 2 power. So that's going to be a -3 on the roll. 6 or above is a home run. And it's a 7, a home run, a leadoff shot for Shane Lowry. Not what we expected from him, but the Gators will definitely take it as they shoot out to a 1-0 lead on a leadoff blast by Shane Lowry. All right, that's going to bring up Joe Metcalf. Metcalf, as I mentioned, he took over the leadoff spot, has cooled off lately, but he is hitting .263 on the season. It's going to be -2, and it's going to go down to a pitcher's card. A 3-5 is going to be a ground out, and that ground out will go to short, 6-3. Jay Kemp up, and a left-handed batter. It's going to be +2. And that is going to be a batter's card. 8-3 is going to be a walk. So the walk issued by Yates, we have 1 on, 1 out. And Howard Holly, the batter. Holly is batting .320 on the season. He's got 7 bombs, 28 RBIs. Left-handed batter, it's going to be +1. That's a batter's card for Holly, a very dangerous hitter in this Gators lineup. 7-4 is going to be a grounder, though. And we have a chance at a double play. Let's see where that ground ball goes. That goes to third base. Third baseman is McClure. He is a 3 fielder. Kemp, not very fast. He is just a 3 speed. We're going to need a 6 to beat that out, and we do not, so he is out. That is going to be a 5-4, and the second baseman, Alcova, is a 5 on the turn for Holly, who only has a 20% chance of beating this out, and he does not. So a 5-4-3 is going to end the bottom of the first, but not before the Gators get on the board with a leadoff jack by Shane Lowry off the pitcher's card, no less. And now we're going over to the top of the second, and Joe Garland coming up. Let's talk about Garland for a little bit here. Joe Garland, he has a .287 batting average, 37 RBIs, and that is in 50 games. So pretty good season so far. 9 home runs, 29 runs scored, and a .360 on-base percentage, .492 slugging. So he's having a pretty good season. It's a left-handed batter. It's going to be +3 on the roll. That's a batter's card for Garland. And a 6-5 is going to be a lineout. That lineout's going to go to second. That's going to bring up Ruben Valenzuela, the catcher for the Knights. Valenzuela, a .277 hitter, 3 home runs. Equal roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. A 9-9 is a double. So Valenzuela is the first hit, the first batter to reach base for the Knights. And we have 1 on, 1 out. And Jack Hicks, he came over from the Phantoms with McClure. He's not doing as good in this lineup. He only has 4 hits and 22 at-bats, batting .182 with the Knights. But he's got a runner in scoring position here with 1 away. It's going to be -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. And a 3-8 is going to get him to fly out. And that fly out will go to center. Anthony Summers now the batter. Summers, a .250 hitter. He's got 1 home run, 5 RBIs. He was a pickup in the offseason, one of the free agent players in the expansion pack, expansion pack. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. And a 5-5 looks like it's going to get Rivas out of the inning, as Summers will ground out to shortstop, 6-3. And I'm just going to bring us back over to the bottom of the second. Augusto Gomez is the batter. Gomez, he's putting together a decent season. He's got a .301 average, .366 on base, and he's got 9 home runs with 26 RBIs. That 9 home runs leads the Gators. He is a switch hitter. He'd be batting from the left side. It's equal roll. 2-5 is going to be a ground out. And that ground out will go back to the pitcher. Yates will take it, shoot it over to first base, and Hicks picks it up for the first out of the inning. That's going to bring up Octavio Moran. He is a righty, so it's righty versus righty, -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-4 is a pop out. So jams Moran, and he will pop out to third base for the second out. Joe Aldridge. This is a young player here on the Gators team. He's just 22 years old, if you could see that. And he is having a decent season for a rookie. He is batting .246, but his on-base percentage is .384. He's got 2 home runs and 19 RBIs. So a good young first baseman. He's hitting DH right now. And he is a switch hitter, so it's going to be -1. 6-4 is going to be another pop out. So Yates jams 2 batters in a row, and that pop out's going to go to short for the final out here in the bottom of the second. The Gators are still leading, though, 1-0, thanks to that leadoff home run by Shane Lowry. And that's going to bring up John Rowe. Rowe having a good series so far. He's got 4 hits and 6 RBIs so far in the series. 4 RBIs so far in the series. 4 for 7. A double, a home run, 4 RBIs, and 2 runs scored in the first 2 games. He is a righty batter. It's going to be +1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 10-2 is going to be a fly out. So Rowe is going to fly out for the first out here. Fly out goes to right. Lyle Good. Not having a good season. I think I've said that before. Good is batting just .183. He's got 4 RBIs, 14 runs scored, 4 stolen bases. He was batting second for much of the season, but that McClure trade put him at the end of the lineup. He's batting in the 9 hole today. It's going to be a -1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-5 is going to be a base hit, so Good is aboard. And we might think about stealing with him. Let's see, he's got a jump 3. The hold runners is a -2. Catcher's arm is a 3. I think we're going to try and get somebody in scoring position. The Knights are looking to solidify our lead here. So it's going to be a +1 on the roll for the jump. He does get the jump. And now we're looking for a stolen base right here. So we're looking for anything other than a 1, 3, or 4. And we roll a 9. Good swipes second base in there safely. We have a man in scoring position with 1 away in the top of the order coming up. Tommy Alcova, he is 0 for 1, popped out to short his first at bat. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 10-4 is a base hit. And it's not going to be enough to score Good, though. He's going to end up at third. And we have first and third with 1 away, and McClure, a very dangerous hitter, coming to the plate. It's going to be +1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 3-9 is not going to get the job done there, but it is a possible double play with fast runners on base. So that grounder is going to go to third. The third baseman, Gomez, is at 5, trying to get Alcova at second. So good chance there. He does get him at a 5-4. And on the turn, this is where it gets tricky because Peter Lucas, usually the second baseman, has a 5 defense, but Gonzalez is the substitute here, and he is just a 2. And if this batter reaches, this run will score. So a 2, we need a 3 through 7 is a safe on McClure. And we do get it. So a fielder's choice is going to get the run in. So a stolen base and a blown double play by a fielder who's not typically in the lineup gets the run in. So we have a tie game now, 1-1, and George Gabriel coming up. Man on first, 2 away. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 3-10 is going to be a ground out, and that is going to get Rivas out of the inning. However, the Knights score 1, and we have a tie ball game after 2.5. We're going to head out over to Randy Clark in the bottom of the third. Clark, the first baseman for the Gators. He's in danger of losing his starting job there next season to Aldridge, the rookie, as he is batting just .224 with 1 home run, 10 RBIs. Not typical numbers you see from the first baseman. -1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Clark. A 10-6 is going to be a base hit, though, so he reaches. We have one on and nobody out, and here comes Jose Gonzalez, who messed up that double play last half inning. It's going to be -2 on him. It's going to be a pitcher's card. A 7-2, so he doesn't make up for it. In fact, he may hit into a ground ball or double play. We have a grounder to the third baseman, who is a 3. Clark is not very fast. Need an 8 to be safe there. Do not get it. That's a 5-4. Alcova is a 5 defender. And he is going to get Gonzalez on a turn, so a 5-4-3 gives us 2 outs here in the bottom of the third, and that's going to bring up the leadoff man, Shane Lowry. He hit a home run in his first at-bat, leading off the Gators game. It's going to be -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-6 is going to be a flyout. So he gets some more good wood on the ball, but he ends up flying out to center to end the third inning. That is going to bring up Joe Garland. Garland, a left-handed batter. He's 0 for 1 so far in the game. It's going to be +3. That's going to be a batter's card for Garland. A 10-2 is going to be a flyout. Snuck in a flyout there, as he will fly out to right to start off the fourth. Valenzuela now the batter. Right-handed batter. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Valenzuela. A 3-10 is a ground out. And that grounder is going to go to third, a 5-3. He's a 1 for 2 in the game now. Jack Hicks, as I mentioned, came over with McClure. Already 0 for 1 in this game. Looking to get some hits here. It's going to be a pitcher's card for Hicks. 8-7 is going to be a base hit. So Hicks is aboard with a base hit. We have one on with 2 away. Anthony Summers now the batter. Summers 0 for 1, grounded out to short his first at-bat. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card, and a 4-7 is going to be a flyout to center field. And that will do it here in the top of the fourth. Heading now over to the bottom of the fourth, and we have John Metcalf leading off. It's going to be a -2. It's going to be a pitcher's card for Yates. 9-1 is a grounder, and that ground ball is going to be the first out of the inning on a 4-3. Jay Kemp coming up. He walked and was forced out in his first at-bat. It's going to be a lefty versus righty. It's +2. That's going to be a big-time batter's card. See if Kemp can take advantage of it. He does not. It's going to be a grounder, and that grounder is going to go to third, 5-3. So after this leadoff home run that the Gators got in the first inning, Yates has been pretty on point here. Left-handed batter Howard Holly is now up. It's going to be +1. That's going to be a batter's card for Holly. And at 2-5 is going to be a grounder. That grounder goes back to the pitcher. Yates picks it up again, and that is a 1-2-3 inning, but we don't get 2 consecutive 1-2-3 innings because Clark got a single last inning, so no roll on Yates there. Probably a good thing for the Gators. And we head over now to the top of the fifth with John Rowe leading off. Now this is entering the 5th inning. As I mentioned earlier, Rivastos has a stamina of 4, so we have to roll on his fatigue chart. We roll a 1, which is no change. Another good news bit for the Gators. And Rowe 0 for 1. He is a righty. It's going to be +1 on the roll. And I hit my dice cam there. So that is going to be a pitcher's card. A 1-4 is a line out, and that line out is going to go shooting right back to the pitcher, and Rivas will snag it out of the air for the first out of the inning. Lyle Good now the batter. He is 1 for 1, stole a base and scored a run, tying the ball game for the Knights. It's going to be -1 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Good. A 9-5 is a walk. So now do we try the same strategy here? You know what? I think we're going to. Got to hold runners of a -2. Jump is a +1 to the roll. He does not get the jump this time, so he's not attempting to steal. We can try again after the next at-bat, but we can't do it again for this Alcova at-bat. So now, Alcova, he is 1 for 2 in the game. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Alcova. A 3-4 is going to be a strikeout. Alright, so do we want to try to steal again? I don't think we're going to. I don't want to make the last out there. We got McClure in the middle of the lineup coming up. It's going to be +1 on the roll, and it's going to be a pitcher's card. A 6-2 is going to get Rivas out of the inning, and that is going to be a fly out to right. That'll do it in the top of the fifth. We're heading over to the bottom of the fifth. We don't have to roll on Yates just yet. And we're going to have Augusto Gomez, the batter. Gomez is 0 for 1, grounded out to Yates, back in the second. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 1-6 is a flyout. Flyout goes to right. A 1-2-3 inning would be advantageous to Rudy Yates here. He'd get to roll on his poise chart, see if he gets an increase. Morin is the batter. It's going to be -2. That's going to go down to a pitcher's card. A 4-6 is going to be a flyout, and that flyout is going to go to right again, 2 away, and a possible 1-2-3 inning here if he can get Aldridge out. As I mentioned, Aldridge is a good on-base percentage. It is .384 so far coming to enter this game. Switch hitter, it's going to be -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. Good news for Yates. And a 2-8 is going to get him that roll as Aldridge will ground out to third. And we roll on the poise chart, happy face, see if we get an increase. It's just a 3 or a 9, so not great chances there. And we don't get it. And so without the add-on, we are going to have to roll next inning. So we'll see what happens with that. All right, so that is going to bring up George Gabriel. He is 0 for 2 so far in the game. Oh, we have to roll on Rivas on the second inning pass now. We roll a 2, and that is a -1, so he goes down to a 1-2. Not good news for him, but we're going to keep him in for this inning. All right, so Gabriel is now a +1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 6-3 is a flyout. Flyout going to center field. Gabriel now 0 for 3 in the game. Joe Garland looking for his first hit in the game. He's 0 for 2. Left-handed batter. He's going to be +4 now. That's going to be a batter's card. Can Garland take advantage? A 7-9 is going to be a base hit. Just misses a home run. But Garland is aboard with a single. 1 on, 1 out, and Ruben Valenzuela coming up. He's 1 for 2, doubled back in the second. It's going to be +1. It's going to be a batter's card. 10-9 is a home run. Knights take the lead. A boom shakalaka from Ruben Valenzuela, and the Knights are now up 3-1. So a good season by Valenzuela continues. That is his 4th home run, and they're giving 25 RBIs on the season. And we have to roll on Rivas now on his poise chart, sad face, to see if he takes a hit. We roll a 2. He does not, so he's still good. Most likely coming out after this inning, though. And that's going to bring up Jack Hicks. Jack Hicks is 1 for 2. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Hicks. A 1-6 is going to be a flyout for the second out here. And that flyout will go to right. So the Knights are really putting some wood on the ball. 2 flyouts and a home run so far in this inning, and they are getting to Rivas. It's going to bring Summers. He is 0 for 2. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's a batter's card for Summers. An 8-8 is a double. Summers drives one into the gap. He finds himself in scoring position with 2 away. And John Rowe coming up, who's been having a good series, as I mentioned earlier. He is 0 for 2 in the game so far. +2 on the roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Rowe. But a 1-8 looks like it's going to end the inning. And that is going to be another flyout, though, to center field. So it looks like Rivas definitely tiring. Now we're going to head over to the bottom of the 6th. We're going to have to roll on the second inning pass for Yates. We roll a 9, and that is a -2. That means he's going down to a 1-2. So he got tired real quick. Not good news for the Knights, but they do lead after 5.5 by a score of 3-1. That's going to bring up Randy Clark. He is a righty. It's going to be +1 now on the roll. Still a pitcher's card. A 9-2 is a grounder, and that ground ball is going to go to second on a 4-3. Alcova shoots it over to Hicks for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th. Gonzalez coming up. Now Peter Lucas is available. However, this is not a high leverage position here, so we're going to keep Gonzalez in, see if he can get some at-bats. Gonzalez is hitting 270 on the season, so he's not a bad hitter. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card for Yates. And a 3-10 is going to be a grounder, though, and that ground ball is going to go to second. 4-3 for the second time. Alcova picks it up, and we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Shane Lowry was the MVP of the game so far with that leadoff home run to start the game off in the bottom of the 1st. But with the Gators trailing now, they'll look to him to get on base. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a batter's card. A 5-8 is not going to do it. That's going to be, a 5-8 is actually a situation. So not good news when we hit that star. We are going to have to see what we have going on here. I'm going to roll 2 die. A 10-3 is on the batter, so it's on Lowry himself. That could be good or bad. Let's get to our batter card. We're going to roll 1 die and see what we come up with here. We roll a 1, and it is a possible injury. Batter hit by pitch on left wrist, bruises ulna, the forearm. Batter takes first, but must be substituted by a pinch runner. Checking his arms on a -2. So to see if the injury stands, we're checking his arms on a -2. The arms for his rating is a 4. It's a +2 on a roll, 6 or above, and he's not injured, but still needs to be removed from the game. It is a 4, so 4 + 2 is 6. He's not injured, which is good news for the Gators. However, he must be removed from the game, and we need to find a center fielder, and it looks like we turned right to one, and that is going to be Donnie Browning, a rookie. Yep, so Donnie Browning is going to be your pinch runner and take over center field duties for Shane Lowry. Center field. Browning does not have any at-bats so far this season, so this will be his first time seeing the field. Pretty good arm out there in center. He's got a 4, and he's got some speed, so not a bad player to turn to. And we get a little luck with Lowry not getting out on the injury. So we have 2 away, a man on first now, and that's going to bring up John Metcalf. Metcalf, righty batter. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. And a 6-6 is going to get Yates out of it with a flyout, and that flyout will go to right. So after 6, we have a Knights leading 3-1. We're going to head over to the top of the 7th with Good leading off, but we're going to probably have to look at a replacement for Antonio Rivas. So we'll take a look in the book here, see who we have available. Rivas pitched 6 innings of 3-run ball, so he didn't have a bad start. Not up to his performance thus far through the season, though. And we'll take a look at our relievers. We need somebody who can go a couple innings at least. Let's see if Zamora is available. Zamora is one of their top innings eaters. He's got 40 innings pitched. He's got 2.03 ERA, a .88 whip. So he has been doing quite well for the Gators. We'll get Rivas back in. And Zamora can go 3 innings. He is a lefty pitcher, so that'll be a new arm side for the Knights to take a look at. I'm going to go ahead and write him in on the score sheet for the Gators. Alright, and just like that, we are in the top of the 7th, and Lyle Good leading off. The lefty pitcher is going to be something new. Let's see if the Knights can capitalize on that, as they do have a bunch of righties in the lineup. The only left-handed batter is Garland. So it's going to be equal roll here. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-5, and right off the bat, is a base hit by Good, who finds himself on first base for the third consecutive time in the game. And with nobody out, hold runners is a -3. I think we're going to hold him that time. If you roll a 0 on the jump check, it is a pick off runner. We don't want to get that going. So we're going to go ahead and go to the top of the order now. Alcova, who is 1 for 3. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Alcova. A 5-4 is going to be a ground out. And that ground out is going to go to third base. That's going to bring up, oh, well, that's a possible double play. Gomez is a 5, so we head over to Good, who only has a 10% chance. He does not get it. That is a 5-4. And again, Gonzalez, the second baseman, just a 2. Alcova, very fast runner. We roll a 3, and he beats it out. That's a fielder's choice, 5-4. We have a runner on first with McClure and just 1 out. Gators is starting to think about a defensive replacement there at second base. McClure is a 0 for 3. He did reach on a fielder's choice. So it's going to be +2 on the roll for him, for McClure. A 1-8 on a batter's card is a flyout. That flyout will go to left field. That's going to bring up Gabriel. Gabriel 0 for 3. He's looking for his first hit in the game here. He is a righty batter. It's going to be +1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. And we're going to have a 2-3, which is a strikeout. So Gabriel 0 for 4 now, his second strikeout in the game. And now we head over to decision-making time for the Knights. And they are going to take out Yates. They have a 3-1 lead. I'm going to try and preserve this lead for Yates. And we need to see who they have to put in. They would have to go at least 3 if the Gators were to come back. Looks like Bowen is available. He's got a 4.36 ERA, 1.55 whip. So he's not having a great season, but not many other options. We could have a loose leash on him. Evans is another option. He's a rookie. He's got a 6 ERA. So we're going to go with Bowen out of the pen. See if he can hold this lead. Again, this is another victory that the Knights need. We'll see if they can get this win. Alright, and that's going to bring up Kemp here in the bottom of the 7th as the Knights lead 3-1. Kemp is a lefty against a lefty pitcher. It's going to be +1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 2-5 is a strikeout, so Bowen dealing as soon as he comes in. Now he faces Howard Holly. Holly, left-handed bat. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Holly. A 9-9 is a home run. And now the Gators are back by just 1 run as Holly tags one here in the bottom of the 7th. And that is Holly's 8th home run of the season. Augusto Gomez now coming up. Lead down to just 1 for the Knights. It's going to be +1 on a roll. That's a batter's card for Gomez. A 4-7 is a pop-out. That pop-out will go to short. And Octavio Moran is the batter. It's going to be +1. That's going to be a batter's card. And an 8-5 is going to be a walk. So Bowen coming in, and he's not getting the job done here. Aldridge, now the batter with 1 on and 2 away. So we're going to be switch hitter, batting from the right side. It's -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 9-1 is a flyout, so he will get out of it. But not before Howard Holly tags one. That flyout goes to left. And the Knights now just with a 1-run lead. We are heading into the top of the 8th. And that's going to bring up Joe Garland. Zamora still on the mound. Gave up a hit last inning. But other than that, doing pretty good. Lefty versus lefty, it's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card for Garland. A 1-2 is a strikeout. Zamora gets him swinging. And that's going to bring up Ruben Valenzuela, who hit a 2-run jack in the 6th. Knights still clinging to the lead thanks to that home run. It's going to be righty versus lefty. It's going to be +2. That's a batter's card for Valenzuela. A 110 is a ground out, and that ground out will go to short 6-3. Jack Hicks, he is 1 for 3 in the game. It's going to be -1. That's going to be a 7, so that'll be a batter's card for Hicks. And a 3-8 is going to be a fly out, so Hicks gets some wood on it, but he'll fly out to left for the final out here in the top of the 8th. That's going to bring us back over to the bottom of the 8th. Let's see if the Gators can tack on enough runs to tie it or take the lead. Randy Clark, the batter. Bowen still on the mound. Not sure if that's a good thing right now, but we'll find out. It's going to be a +1. That's a batter's card for Clark. A 9-3 is a fly out. Just enough to get it to the warning track, but the out will go to left as Garland will take it in. Jose Gonzalez is going to come out. Gonzalez is coming out with the game on the line, and we're going to go over to Peter Lucas. He's starting to feel better. Little stomach bug, but he sees that he's needed in this lineup. So he is going to take over second base duties and pinch hit here for Jose Gonzalez. He's a 5'3", and he's a much better defender. All right, so Lucas pinch hitting, switch hitter. It's going to be +3 on the roll. That is a big time batter's card. A 3-3 though is a strikeout, so Lucas trying to get too much on the ball as he will go down swinging, and that's going to bring up Donnie Browning for his first at-bat of the season. He is a right-handed batter. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a batter's card for Browning. He's got a pretty good matrix there for the rookie. And 10-9. 10-9 is a home run. His first career at-bat. A home run ties the game for the Gators. Unbelievable. What a storybook play for that batter, Donnie Browning. And now with the game tied, we have 1 out, and we are still in the bottom of the 8th. Bowen giving up the lead with solo shots in the 7th and 8th innings. Metcalf with 2 away. He is now the batter. It's going to be +2. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 6-8 is going to get Bowen out of the inning with a fly out to left field. However, the damage is done as the rookie hits a home run in his first ever at-bat in the CBA, and we have a tie ball game at 3 going into the top of the 9th. Zamora, still the batter, or still the pitcher. I'm a little taken aback by that first at-bat home run. I've never had that before. All right, Anthony Summers is the batter with Zamora still on the mound. It's going to be +1 on the roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. A 3-5 is going to be a strikeout. John Rowe, now the batter. The Knights really need him to come through here. It's going to be equal roll. It's going to be a pitcher's card. 2-10 is a ground out, and that ground out will go to third, 5-3. Zamora looking for his second consecutive 1-2-3 inning here. Possible roll. And Good is the batter. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a batter's card. Good is 2 for 2 with a walk so far in this game. And an 8-6 is a base hit. Good with his 3rd hit in the game. And now, no, we're not going to steal because it's still got that possible pickoff. So we're going to head to the top of the order now. Tommy Alcova, the batter. It's going to be equal roll. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-2 is a fly out. Alcova is going to fly out to left to end the inning, to end the top of the 9th. And we head now to the bottom of the 9th. Bowen is still in, but the Knights want him to be with the middle of the order coming up. He is a lefty, and we have lefty-lefty switch coming up, so the smart thing to do would be to leave him in. Let's see if they have any. Roberson's their closer. Peralta. Yeah, we're going to take him out. So Bowen doesn't get the job done. He gives up the lead to the Gators, which is now a tie ball game. Angel Peralta is going to be the new pitcher. can only go 1 inning. Kemp is the batter. It's going to be a -1. That's going to be a pitcher's card. 8-6 is going to be a flyout, so Kemp gets him, or gets some wood on it, but he will fly out to center. Howard Holly now the batter, a left-handed batter. He did hit that solo shot back in the 7th, and it's going to be -2. That's going to be a pitcher's card for Peralta, and a 1-9 is a flyout. That flyout will go to right. Augusto Gomez now the batter. It's going to be +1 on the roll as he's a switch hitter, but it's going to be a pitcher's card. And a 9-7 is going to be a base hit. That's going to bring up the catcher, Moran, who is 0 for 2 with a walk. He is a right-handed batter. It's going to be +1 on the roll. And we have a batter's card for Moran. And with 1 on and 2 outs, the Gators are threatening. We have an 8-6. An 8-6 is going to be a base hit. That's going to move Gomez to third. He can possibly score. Let's see where it goes. It goes to right field, and that is Gabriel out there with a 5. So we are not going to have Gomez attempt that. We have first and third with 2 away, and the rookie, Joe Aldridge, coming up. He's 0 for 3. He is going to be a switch hitter, so it's going to be batting from the right side. It's -1. That's going to be a batter's card for Aldridge. A 9-9 is a base hit. That is going to score Gomez with the winning run. The rookie comes through with an RBI single to win the game, as the Gators will win this one 4-3 on the walk-off by Joe Aldridge. The young first baseman who was 0 for 3 in the game, we're going to give him game MVP, as they will take the final game of the series against the Knights by a score of 4-3. That was an exciting ball game. We're going to go ahead and do our stats and everything real quick. If you can, hit a thumbs up, leave a comment on that one. We had a first-time home run in a first at-bat ever for a player's career, Don Browning. And then an RBI single to win the game on a walk-off by Joe Aldridge, another young player. So the Gators' young players definitely doing the offense here. And we had 4 home runs in this game. All right, so Rivas is going to get a no decision. Zamora will get the win. Rivas went 6 innings, giving up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, 3 runs, all earned. And it looks like 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. He faced 9, 18, 27, 26 batters with 1 home run. Zamora came in and he pitched all 3 innings that he could. He gives up just 2 hits, no runs, doesn't walk any, and he strikes out 3, facing 11 batters. On the Knight side, Rudy Yates is going to get the no decision. Paul Bowen gets a, let's see, yeah, he gets a no decision too. Peralta came in, and he's going to pick up the loss. Yates pitched 6 innings. He gave up 1, 2, just 2 hits. 1 run on that solo shot that lit off the game for Shane Lowry. And he walked 2, struck out, didn't strike out any. 20 batters faced, 1 home run allowed. For Bowen, he came in, pitched 2 innings, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, both solo shots for the Gators batters. Walking 1, striking out 1, and he faced 9 batters. Peralta, he faces 5 batters and pitched just 2/3 of an inning. 3 hits, gives up the 1 run, which ended up being the game walk-off winner to Joe Aldridge. He didn't walk any and didn't strike out any. We're going to go ahead and get our league book real quick. The Knights can't sweep the Gators. They end up with a loss on this one, so their record is now 27-24. The Gators will get the win, and they have 31 wins now against 20 losses. We'll take a look at any injuries. Lowry had to be removed from the game. However, he's not missing any time. As far as other injuries, Sharkey gets one back. The right fielder for the Gators, he is out. Doesn't look like anybody else has anything. Callahan is still out for the Knights. He'll be missing the entire season. Gabriel does get one back on his health. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And Gabriel is now back to full health here in the Knights lineup. So that's good news for them. Now we're going to do we'll do the Knights first. We're going to get Bowen back into his spot. Didn't do very good for the Knights. That was Peralta's spot. So here's Bowen. I'm going to get Peralta back in, who gave up the winning run to Aldridge. I'll go ahead and get to our calendar here. So the Knights are going to get the loss here, 4-3. We'll do their pitching real quick. Olivares gets one back. He's going to probably miss a start. Henderson will get one back. Castle gets one back. Rodriguez is back. And that's going to put Yates in the book with 5. Bowen is going in -1, and Peralta is going to be -1 as well. Put our score sheet back down here for statistical entry later on, and we'll head now over to the Gators. Gators pick up the win, 4-3. That is our first win in the month of June. I'll go to the pitchers here. Francis gets one back, Hoover gets one back, Marino and Serrano get one back. And that is going to put Rivas in, -4. Zamora, 1 for the appearance, 1 for the inning, so he goes in as a -2. Gonzalez is going to not come back into the lineup. We found out that their defense is not very good with him in there. 2 blown double plays. Lowry will go back into the lineup. Donnie Browning, though, with a leadoff, or not a leadoff, but a home run in his first ever at-bat in the CBA. That's exciting. And we're going to go ahead and put these guys back where they go, though. And Browning looking to capitalize on his career in the CBA, possibly get another shot at some playing time. And that is going to do it here for the Knights versus Gators, as the Knights fail to sweep and the Gators take this one, salvaging a victory in the series by a score of 4-3. So if you could, like I said, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time on Deck's Baseball gameplay videos, most likely with the King of the Hill tournament. So have a good night. Thanks for joining me.